Hello, welcome back to the channel for another coin hunt. Today we have £1,000 and £2 coins to have a hunt through. This bag's a local bag which was sealed on the 4th of April 2024, and this is an ordered in bag from Eltham in southeast London, and this was sealed on the 21st of March 2024. Without further ado, let's get them opened up and see what we can find. And while those bags are being opened up, let's have a quick look at the book to see which designs we're still after. On page 1 we need Commonwealth Games England. And then after that, we have everything up to and including the Great Fire of London. Oh, and the first bag we have a find. That's a DNA double helix. It's not quite a keeper, unfortunately, but it is a lovely design. Just a smidge under 4.3 million of those were circulated. Very cool. And our second find of the day is a Trevithick steam locomotive. Another really nice design, but again, not a keeper, unfortunately. And there we have a World War I army. We find this design more than any other commemorative £2 coin. It is known to have a rotation error or potentially an edge inscription error for king and country. That's the correct edge inscription on that one. So that's all as it should be. And our next find of the day is a Lord Kitchener. So this coin commemorates the outbreak of World War I in 1914. Just worth checking the obverse of this coin, £2 at the bottom. That's as it should be. There's a rare error circulating on that one where the £2 is missing. And there we're going to finish off the bag with a Florence Nightingale. What an absolutely cracking design that one is. Fortunately, over 6 million of these were circulated, so it's not a rare commemorative coin. It's not a keeper. There we have a Marconi's wireless transmission across the Atlantic. Quickly followed by another common one. That one is Charles Dickens. Over 8 million of those ones were circulated. There we go. Find plenty of them on the channel as well. Oh, well. Now that is a World War I Navy centenary, and that is a star find. Only 650 of these were circulated. Jodie Clark portrait, that is the circulating version. If you find one with IRB, that would have been only for the collector's sets. Very, very nice too. So that's a star find. We have been incredibly lucky with finding these ones. Looking at the Shaky scale, this is the 37th one of these that we've found on the channel, which is absolutely superb. What's going on with that? Oh, it's just that, unfortunately, looks somewhat dubious to me, that portrait of the Queen. We have ourselves our first fake of the day. I seem to find a lot of fakes from 2011. So that one's going to go into the Hall of Shame with all of its other naughty friends. I'll put it there next to Charles Dickens. Oh, it looks like we've got maybe a couple more commemoratives in here. This is Abolition of the Slave Trade, another very common one. I find absolutely tons of these. 8.5 million or thereabouts were circulated. Just worth keeping an eye out for the non-circulating version, which has the initials DG next to the 7 there. There we go. 2010. So I'll just mention it since I've slowed down the video. I will be checking all the 2010s I'll be checking all the coins afterwards, but 2010 in particular is the year to keep an eye out for these double die obverse errors, where the lettering on the Elizabeth and the DEF can appear doubled. That one's absolutely fine now. There we have Brunel's achievements. It's one of a pair of coins, the other one being Brunel's portrait. There is another World War I army. No surprises that we found a couple of these. And this one for King and Country is exactly as it should be. There is another Trevithick. That's the second one of the day, I believe. There's another DNA double helix. Slightly better condition than the first one we found. Still not a keeper though. Ah, here we go. Here's another Trevithick. That's number 3. Don't normally find that many Trevithick. Oh, looks like we've got a bag full of common commemoratives here. This one is VE Day. That is the most common. Now, we don't find quite as many of these as the Army centenaries, but over 10 million were circulated. That one is in not bad condition. It looks like we're going to follow that up immediately with a second one. And some more Trevithics by the look of it. There's number 4. Another VE Day. And again. And another Trevithick. Going to be some movement on the Shaky scale. We're going to finish that bag off with another VE Day and 2 more Trevithics. There we go. To be honest, that's not a good sign when you find that many like that. These hunted coins. Well, I suppose not, because we've got that Navy centenary. Maybe it's a little cash in. Could be a little cash in. They're the most common ones. Finish off with this one here, which I did spy before I opened up the bag. It's another army. Let's see what I've got in this bag. Got something. What's it going to be? It's another army. No rotation error. No edge inscription error on that one. There is another DNA double helix. It's the third one. Quite unusual to find 3 in one hunt. I did spy something in here. This is a very rusty Marconi. There we go. It's the second one. Finish off this bag with something. Is it going to be another army? Oh no, this is Shakespeare's Tragedy. So this is the middle one of the 3 coins in the Shakespeare set. And that has the correct edge inscription on. Yet another VE Day. Oh, and it looks like we've got a bag full of Kitcheners here. These people who do their Oh, we've got some Brunels in here as well. Why couldn't it just be all Commonwealth Games or Olympics or something? Brunel's portrait. So this is the one that I mentioned earlier. It can have an edge inscription error, but that one is absolutely fine. It has his name. So let's put that, let's just make a little bit of room. Let's put it up at the top here with the achievements, so they're together. Well, there we go. That was me complaining. And we have another navy. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm getting lots of comments from other coin tubers that it's not fair I'm finding so many of these. This one does not have a flag error. Sometimes they can have some extra cud up at the top of the mast there. The other one didn't either. And this one is also a Jodie Clark portrait. So it's the circulating version. Lovely jubbly. Let's put it next to the other one like that, since we're a little bit bare at the bottom there. We have another Brunel's portrait. Correct edge inscription on that one. And again, what we're looking for is remember the 5th of November. That would be the edge inscription error on that one. And we have a Lord Kitchener. Again, we're looking for this mule error. Not this time. Both these errors, the edge inscription and the mule error, they are incredibly rare. And this one, nope. This is going to be another Lord Kitchener with £2 at the bottom. And again, £2. And again, £2. I'm going to finish off with £2 at the bottom. Another Lord Kitchener, that one slightly better condition than the other ones. So it looks like with that navy being in there, we do have a little bit of a cash in. And something not right here though. Do you notice one there just standing out? A little bit shinier than the others and standing on the shoulders of giants. I'm pretty certain that's going to be a fake. Let's work our way down to it. I think all the rest of technology's very obvious fake if you ask me this one. There you go, the colour, the portrait, everything is wrong about that. Slight rotation error as well. It's another one for the Hall of Shame. I'll stack it on top of that other naughty one that we found. Looks like we've got some more commemoratives in this bag. So Shakespeare's comedies and the DNA there. So once we've got that comedies on the desk, the only Shakespeare we'll be missing is the histories, which is the most common of the three. This is the rarest of the three, though it's still not a keeper. That DNA double helix, very nice too. Got quite a pile of them. That's 4 now. Oh my goodness me. World War I Navy number 3. I do apologise to all of the northern coin tubers out there. That's 3 navies. And this one is a different find. This one is a Rugby World Cup. No rotation error on that one. They have been found. Ah, look. Another fake, just like the other one. Shiny. I think it is. Goodness me, 3 fakes. Wait a second, what was that? 98. I thought it said 95 for a second. Right, that's another fake. Another really bad one. All that extra cut on the chin, the back of her head. I mean, that's really poor quality. Another 2008. That's very similar to the other one. That's 3 fakes in the hunt. I do begin to think that we're going to complete the Hall of Shame before we complete the actual book. Another Brunel's portrait with the correct edge inscription on. It's got another VE Day in this bag. Yeah, quite a big stack of them today. Not so many armies, I don't think. Oh, we've got a few armies, but not as many as the VE Days. Just have a look at the Shaky scale. 187 armies and 184 VE Days before the start of this hunt. So VE Day, if things stay the way that they are, it might just be reclaiming the bottom spot. Another Brunel's portrait with the correct edge inscription. Oh nice, there's a different one. That is a Charles Darwin. That is my favourite design, along with the Rio handover. Bit of grease marks there, just around the outside. Scratches, very cool. So that's a low tier keeper. Another army coming up. Check this one. All as it should be. I spy with my little eye something that is Shakespeare's histories to complete the set. And in fact, I think we've got a bag full of commemoratives here again. We're going to find another navy. So there is the histories to complete the Shakespeare set. And that one just to cement it. And again, it's number 3. Number 4. Super common these. That one's not quite as common though. That's a low tier keeper. That's the Golden Guinea, which is very nice. Another DNA double helix. And another DNA double helix. Strange bags, these ones, to have all these finds sort of clustered together like that. It feels like it is a cash-in, but just checking these armies for any rotation errors. No. And then check them for the edge inscription error, for king and country, for king and country, for king and country. So those are all correct. Right, 3 more of them. So they've well and truly caught up with VE Day now. Yeah, it sort of feels like a cash-in, but because we've got these navies there. But at the same time, kind of feels like they're hunted bags as well. Don't really know what to make of it. Three more bags. Oh, you are kidding me. Middle coin. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th one down from, oh, let me turn it this way. 5th one down from the top. The Sure Shield of Britain. Make a guess what that one might be. Absolutely nuts. Jodie Clark portrait. It's another navy. 4 in a hunt. I think that's a record. There is a Brunel's portrait with the correct edge inscription again. Tons of them. Oh, I've had a bit of a collapse. My crown's fallen on the floor. There's another Darwin. That one has seen some action. I don't think I'll be holding on to that one. It's technically a low tier keeper. And this is the last bag of the hunt. Okay, I'm going to check all the coins now and make sure I didn't miss anything the first time round, and I'll post back in a few seconds with what I find. Okay, I finished checking through all the coins and I did find one technology error to share with you. Before we get to that, here is the Hall of Shame. These are the 3 naughty ones that we found during the hunt. There's one more space on this page and then we've got one more empty page to go. I think it is going to be pretty close whether or not we fill this book out before we find that Commonwealth Games England. There are a few in the back of the book here. These are very dubious. I wasn't 100% sure whether they were fakes or not, so I've just put them at the back for reference, so I might be able to create a bit of room there if I convince myself that those are genuine £2 coins. And then looking back at the hunt itself, let's just zoom in here, there we go. So a 2010, I mentioned this during the hunt. I'm going to hold it over on this side of the screen and then I'm going to use that microscope to do a proper zoom in on the other side, just give me a bit of room to play with. So I mentioned in the hunt, unless I edited it out, that 2010 is the year to look out for these double die obverse errors. And if we turn this one around and look at the Elizabeth, you can clearly see the lettering is all doubled on there. And on the DEF, and I think, and I'll be able to zoom in with the microscope, I think on the IRB as well. So that's a really nice example of that double die obverse error that you can find on those ones. And then looking back at all the commemoratives from the hunt itself, bottom row, the best finds, got a couple of Darwins, got that golden guinea, and then the star finds, these 4 Navy centenaries. We just keep on finding them and it is just getting a little bit embarrassing, to be honest, but yeah, we've hit some luck again today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the hunt, please do hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another coin hunt.